everyone, here I'm going to be showing you how to take down the Uber et Ziri trio. For this build, these are by far the most difficult bosses in the Alluring Abyss. Uber et Ziri and the Double Vault Oversouls are much easier by comparison. This fight involves a lot of running around and kiting. We run a slightly different aura and flask setup for this fight. I've swapped out both Herald of Ice and Clarity for Purity of Fire. I don't need the mana regen because most of this fight is spent running around, and I don't really stand in place and cast for much. I need physical damage reduction, so I've gotten Taste of Hate. We need fire resistance for Yuraz's Fire Reflection and Ignites, so we have a Ruby Flask of Dowsing. And I'm also running 2 Bleeding Flasks to deal with Kura's massive bleed stacks. This fight's already started because of a previous attempt I just made on these guys that ended in misery. Our first target here, though, is Yuraz, this Fire Double Striker. He is by far the most difficult of the trio to kill, and so that's why we want to take him down first. Once he's down, this fight actually becomes a lot simpler. Since Yuraz never really stands still, we have to keep moving all the time. It's also imperative that we keep moving, because Alalai's, or Rain of Spikes, is very difficult to see if our Ice Storm is layered on top of it, and can kill us in less than 2 seconds. So you have very little warning. The best way to avoid it is simply just to keep moving. So Yuraz we have to chip down bit by bit. Since he has Energy Shield, we don't want to let it regenerate by not dealing him damage frequently enough. So it's important to just kind of lead him in a circle around the arena, dealing damage to him regularly by leaving Ice Storms between you and him. This takes a while, but eventually it will drop him. He's most of the way down now already. Alright, with the Double Striker down, we can now focus on Alai, who is much easier to kill because she tends to stand still, which means she'll happily sit in our Ice Storms. It is still, however, important to keep moving because, again, her Rain of Spikes is both very difficult to see and very, very deadly. We mostly just let the Cyclone guy whiff us as we run around the arena. He doesn't really play a part in the second phase of this fight. We finally now have a way to recharge our flasks as well by killing the Vol Unthinkables that spawn once the Double Striker is down. Okay, she's almost down now. Yeah, I got a Death in Taxes. Kura is actually by far the easiest of the 3 to kill, the easiest phase of this fight to kill. However, in order to kill him, we need our bleed flasks to be full. So I have to kill some of these enemies that are spawning first until my anti-bleed flasks refill. And then we can get on to killing Kura. Alright, that looks good. So the easiest way to kill him is to lure him up into this little staircase over here. Where he'll just kind of get stuck and stand in one place, allowing us to stack all the Ice Storms we want on him, which kills him quite quickly. As long as we have enough flasks to prevent him from bleeding us, he's very easy to kill. There's Metra. Alright, that's how you kill the trio.